Hey, everybody. We are back for another episode of the Benefactors. This is episode 5. And the last time we were here, everyone have figured out who they're going to be working with, uh, which benefactor they're going to receive their gifts from. So now we're going to get right into figuring out how that takes place. This episode is going to be a little bit different. There might be a little breaking the fourth wall. There might be a little bit more uh, narrator to actual player conversations. And we're going to be skipping a little bit back and forth through time here. So, as to make sure all of the information gets put out. So, look at this as a virtual comic book instead of just a straight scene to scene scenario. All right. So, let's get into it. So, um, in the room right now, Arcade and Weapon L just exited the stage room and went off to wherever they went off to. And all that's left is Breaker and Victoria Hand. So Victoria Hand, she looks at Breaker and said, "Well, look, you already have your gift. You got that from Gorilla Man. Tell you what, let's go. Let me show you to the training room." So it says MH training room. Door pops up like it usually does. They walk through it. They come into this very nice looking, modern looking training facility, workout area. Um, can't really go into how it all works yet, but what you see is just different workout equipment, and she takes Breaker over to this like machine area where it looks kind of like a punching bag, like one of those big large body bags. And she says,
Big
"Why don't you
bag.
just try? Why don't you just try punching this bag a little bit? Tell me how you feel." Might have some aggression you might want to get out. He said, "I sure do, man. It's been quite the day." So he starts punching it. He's throwing haymakers at these things. It seems like that's all he really knows how to do. He's just, "Ugh, ugh, ugh." He's kicking it, jumping, and punching it. And when he jumps like 20 something feet in the air. He's like, "Whoa!" Comes down. He's like, "I've never been able to jump that high before, and I feel so much stronger." So she says, "Breaker, listen, clearly something is going on with you, and we don't know what it is. I just can't understand why you haven't turned into a gorilla yet." So he looks at her and we roll an ego check. Okay. He says, "All right, I'll tell you if you promise to keep it a secret." He says, "Okay, I'll keep it a secret. I'm going to roll a deception check." Pass with flying colors. Cool, cool. So right before our eyes, he turns into a gorilla. Now, this gorilla is slightly smaller than Gorilla Man's gorilla, but it's the same exact color, um, and it has the same clothes that Breaker had on. Yeah, I did turn into a gorilla, but my powers make it so I can have an alternate form. So I can still be Breaker and I can be a gorilla as well. So, okay, well, what are you going to call yourself? You're going to keep calling yourself Breaker? Or when you turn into the gorilla, are you going to call yourself Gorilla Man? And I would never disrespect Gorilla Man like that. Um, I like to break things, so I'll call myself Gorilla Masher when I'm in the gorilla form. It's like Gorilla Masher, okay. All right, well, um, go ahead and keep testing yourself. And so now as a gorilla, he starts to do some work on the body bag. He said, "Man, I can move a lot differently in this form. As Breaker, I'm just like a big lug. I'm not that agile, but in this gorilla form, I can do all types of tricks. So he starts doing cartwheels and flips and all types of things. And as he's doing all of that, we're going to shift to Ironmonger's room where he is talking to Nick Baxter.
Nick
So
Baxter.
Nick
I'm
Baxter.
sorry, Nick Halden. If you all don't get out of here with these regular names, with these regular
That's
names, I told you it's gonna be a different episode. If y'all don't get out of here with these regular names, man,
These are like Nickelodeon character names.
this ain't no Kim Possible.
The
All
Nick
right,
Holden show.
so Ironmonger is talking to
Joe
Nick
Coco.
Halden. Nick Halden, you there?
I'm here.
So hey Nick, so Ironmonger puts his arm around Nick. Say, hey Nick, what's going on, man? Let me show you what we're working with here. Now
Okay.
you, let's face it, you are. I know you used to get picked on in school a lot because man, you are so weak, man. Like, how much you bench, Nick? How much can you lift?
I can bench about 205 at best.
Eh, all right, if you say so. So listen, what would you like me to do for you?
Well, here's here's my deal. I'm with a I'm with a group of people, might I say, colleagues who have different uh, different forms of um, telepathy. Okay, so so although I have abilities that I can somewhat read minds, get myself connected. I have other colleagues who have other abilities that deal with the brain, and so I want to improve within that organization because we have a lot of uh, connections to uh, the black market and different things of that nature. And so with that type of access, if I have that access plus to improve my ESP, I can really be top notch. I'm sure.
He passed you on the back. Says, Nick, you talk a long time. Did anybody ever tell you that?
Yeah,
Listen, listen.
I had a rough upbringing. So me having the gift of gab, it serves to my advantage.
Not here. All right, so listen, man. I get it. You got somebody, you got an organization you're working with. That's cool. We're not here to break your ties with your organization. Actually, it's to our benefit if you rise up wherever you're doing, whatever you're trying to do. We want you to succeed. Blah blah, Skippy. That's not what we're here for. I'm asking you, what do you want me to do for you? You pick the guy who has the ability to upgrade your body with all types of technology. What do you want to improve on that I can help you with? That's why we're here.
I want to improve my range and my effect that I can have on the minds of others.
Your range and your effect.
Yes.
I think that's going to happen naturally as you get stronger. So let me tell you what I'm trying to do here, Nick.
Okay.
You're not picking up what I'm putting down. You already have telepathy. I'm trying to do something else for you.
Well, you
Look
know
at
what?
me. Look at me,
Okay.
Nick. Look at me, man. Look, listen.
Uh,
Look at me in the eyes. Okay,
all
I
right.
can fly. I've created an exoskeleton for myself that makes me able to take more hits. I can lift tons. I can fire bolts of energy from my body. Open your mind a little bit, man. Isn't that what you do? Let's go, man. I got
Well,
you.
so now that you mention it, um, although although as you said, I will grow to be a better telepath. I do need to become a stronger person where I can. I I can dish out pain and also take it.
Thank you. I'm glad you finally figured it out. That's why I picked you. I figured if I can do something to improve your body, maybe improve your mobility, make you a better fighter somehow, then that would make what you already have even more formidable. Like, because right now you're like a one-trick puppy. You need to be able to get yourself out of dangerous situations. Listen, man, I got connections to hell. I'm a Hellfire Club member. I'm formulating another organization that I think is going to help us
I've
control
I've heard
weapons
of them
deals.
before.
Everybody's heard of the Hellfire Club. Nick, come on, man. Come on. So how about
I've
this?
hmm
How about this? I mean, we both like to talk because I want you to work along with me in my organization as well. But I also, what I want to do for you first is I want to create some implants that are going to make you physically stronger as well as make you more durable. That's the first thing that we're going to do. That's a non negotiable thing. Also, if you want, I can make you a healing factor.
That would be
Be interested
just
in that?
great. Yes, I am.
Because listen, I had to do it for myself. Whenever I use my powers outside of my suit, I hurt my own body. So I have to have a healing factor in order to compensate for that. I mean, especially when you're putting these types of implants in your body. So I can do that. Do you interested in flying?
Uh, yes, I am.
I mean, it definitely comes in handy. One thing I noticed is none of you guys can fly. You need somebody that can fly. Just
I
something to
could
think about.
definitely use. I can use that very much.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. We go over here. We'll talk it out. Figure out what we're gonna work on for you first, and I'll get to work on those implants. All right.
Okay.
All right. So we'll switch to Toxie, Doxy, and Henchman's room, and the henchman is being prepped for surgery. She walks, talk, Toxie saunters up to you, and she rubs your chest. How are you feeling, sweetheart?
Feeling great.
Feeling great. That's good.
Never better. Never better.
So before I give you this anesthesia, wait. First of all, do you want anesthesia? You're a little freaky, I
Oh,
think. What?
anesthesia's for the weak.
So you want me to just slice you open? Like I want you to know that this is gonna be a very invasive situation. I don't like you don't have to be tough around me.
Oh no, well no, not just
Okay,
invasive. I if I if I may ask, can I assist?
definitely not. You're not a biogeneticist.
I mean, on the cutting portion.
No, you're also not a surgeon.
Yeah.
You
Where's the
know,
fun in that?
something is wrong with you, sir, but that's okay. We all have our issues. Um, now here's what I need to ask you. I have all types of genetic plugs, and I have something that I want to give you um, just to make you a little bit more versatile. But what type of powers are you interested in? Now, one of the reasons I wanted to work with you is because as a person that can make clones of themselves, the more you enhance your physical abilities, like the growth is just unlimited. I cannot wait to work with you. What would you like?
That's a bit of a loaded question. I would like them all.
Okay, well, I can tell you from personal experience that it takes time and your body has to
Oh,
get used to things,
but
the enhancements and things like that. You have to start slow. If you could pick any power to have right now, what would it be?
one power to have right now. No, a little because of what I do. And you say you've seen some people that have that issue. You see that. You know what my job is. So you know that I'm supposed to take hits, but I don't particularly care to. So let's do something that could make to fortify me, make me that much harder. No pun intended.
Okay, I mean, giving you some form of super strength or some form of uh, stronger durability or density powers, that's easy. That's the easiest thing to do. Um, Now the question is, how would you like that to be done? I could, uh, I have a number of those types of genetic plugs on hand. So, how exactly would you like to make that application to your body? Like, give me some indication of what. Like, do you want to just have like steel like skin, or uh, be able to form some type of carapace or exoskeleton? I got things like that on hand. What would you like?
Mm, I wouldn't say exactly. Well, yeah, we'll go with the steel like skin. We'll try. We'll go with that. That
So
sounds.
you just want to be durable. You don't want anything that you can change or anything like that. Okay, cool. Uh,
Not currently. Trust me, I want them all. I'm gonna get there. Let's just start with the easy
all right.
stuff.
Well, you sound like you had the same types of ambitions that I do. So why don't you lay back? Um, since you're starting out so simple, I have something else I want to give you too. I'll let it be a surprise, but I'm gonna need to put you under for this because uh,
Wow.
this is gonna be extensive. So please lay back.
Here's narrator.
Go ahead.
I want to be awake. I'm just telling you that right now, for all of it.
Uh, that's cool. You can want to be awake all you want. She's not gonna
I'm
let you.
willing to use my HP to make this that much more interesting.
Why don't you use a clone and then go under? And then the clone can reabsorb into you and you can remember.
You can openly say that.
And the clone
Okay,
can watch.
That what you would you like to do? Would you like to make a clone?
sure. I'll make a clone. Take
Okay, go
some
ahead and
more.
make a clone. Go ahead and make a clone. And she's gonna, inject the anesthesia into you. Um, and you start to go under, and you guys are just chit chatting. You have any other questions for me? Because
How
I don't know.
about how long?
Is there anything that you might also want in the future?
I would like to be able to switch places with a clone. If he's over there, I would like
Uh,
to put him where I am, and I'd be where he is, sort of situation.
yeah, we might have to work on that. I take powers from other genetic material and apply it to others. Now you're a mutant, so who knows what you'll develop on your own as you get stronger. But we would have to think about that. I'm not going to give up though.
No, no, it's fine. I know. Like I said, I'm here. I'm here for the long.
Okay, so you're drifting off to sleep now, and she pulls out a scalpel
Mm,
and she slices into your neck, and your clone disappears because you need concentration to keep your clones awake.
and I begin to snore while I'm under.
So she gets the slicing and dicing, and we'll see the results of that a little bit later. So we're going to switch over to Power Broker's room. Power Broker has Remedy inside a giant laboratory with different containers that look like they hold some type of fluid and gas and other different interesting machinery. So Power Broker uh, tells Remedy, just please step over into this container here. Um, Now, Remedy, I I can see that you have dealt with some type of uh, physical trauma. I'm not going to pry into the nature of it is, but I can see that you are not comfortable with yourself. I have a procedure that I do that basically gives individuals the same powers of Captain America. However, they are, should I say, the results are varied. Some people's bodies reject it. Uh, some people end up being as strong as Captain America, and some people end up being even stronger than him. So you are taking a risk by going through this treatment. Uh, but I believe in your healing abilities so much that I think that whatever happens negatively, your body will correct. And that's why I wanted to work with you. I didn't want anyone to have to be stuck in a harness like I am. Uh, how does that sound? She says, right now, I just want to be different than how I am. And if my body can be stronger, I would feel better about myself. Okay, step into the chamber. And he starts the chamber up, and uh, different types of radiation can be seen flowing through the chamber. And she is toughing it out, but she's clearly in some type of pain. She's uh, she's screaming and crouching and holding on to herself in inside the chamber. And when it's all said and done, a few minutes later, he helps her get out of it and says, "All right, so you're going to need to rest for a little bit. I know that you have a strong healing factor, but you're going to have to rest and recover from it, and we'll see what the results are from the treatment. But I have a feeling that you will heal a lot faster than most. Usually it takes about 4 weeks. For you, I think it will maybe take a day. Uh, Go ahead and I'll bring you to a place where you can lie down and rest, and then we'll come back." She said, "Okay, thank you, Mr. Broker. You can call me Curtis, sweetheart." All right, so now we're going to switch over to the high evolutionary. The high evolutionary says, "Follow me." He opens a dimensional portal. He walks through it. Slate, you follow through. Uh, Coming to a huge, what looks like a gigantic scientific research facility and laboratory. He says, uh, "How do you feel about being selected, Slate?" "By me, by myself."
I I feel good right now.
"Feel good."
I'm more interested in the results.
"Okay. All right. Well, since you want to get straight to business, we'll get straight to business." You walk into different area in the lab. You see all types of people running around. You see different species running around. You see guys that look like tigers and technological uh, biology walking around. You see uh, cow people walking around, all looking like they're busy with something. You say, "Hey, don't mind them. You're not getting what they get. This is special. There's only been one other test subject that this has been applied to. Uh, Trust me, this is going to be so good for you." You walk into a room. He tells you to step into this chamber. You step into the chamber.
Taking a look at it right now.
Says,
So
"Are
this
you
won't.
nervous?"
So how is this going to change me?
"Well, what I can say is that I can't give you the exact way that this is going to affect you. There is some randomness to it. But the isotope that I am giving you will connect you to the very building blocks of the universe itself. I have developed an isotope based on the power cosmic. It will enhance your body in ways that you couldn't possibly ever imagine.
Is there any guarantee once I step in this machine and I go through this process, am I still even going to be me?
I don't like to make assumptions. Uh, in science, the farthest we'll go is theories, which are educated guesses. What I can tell you from the one attempt that I've done is that the results were phenomenal. You've actually already witnessed the results. You just don't know it yet.
Hmm. Well,
You've come this far,
what else do I have to lose, right?
come this far. And what I can tell you is that no matter what happens, I have the capability of restoring you at least to a human form. I mean, if you even want that.
Let's do this.
All right. So you walk into it and he hits some type of button on his suit and you see this bluish whitish energy start to go into your body. There is pain, um, but it's kind of like a pain you would receive if you were to like rub alcohol onto a wound. It's like a it's like a cleansing pain, and your body is absorbing whatever is going on with this isotope. And we'll see the results of that later. So now we're going to move over to Paladin and Dexter. And in their room, you can see Paladin and Dexter training. So Paladin says, "Listen, kid, I like the way you work. I like the way you work. You are excellent at what you do. Honestly, you're already as good as Bullseye. Um, why don't you tell me what's going on with that? Why are you looking? I know you said he killed your mother, but could you didn't explain why you seem to have the same abilities that he does? Because the work you were doing with those quarters was just crazy. Saying I don't understand that myself, uh, Paladin. I just want to find him because he killed my mother. I don't know if he's my father. I'm assuming he is. I mean, how else could you explain this? But I have to figure out what's going on with him, what the connection is, and why he would do that to her. Because if I am his father, why would he kill her? Saying, listen, kid, I gotta tell you, um, sometimes it's best not to know. I there's a lot about myself that I don't know or remember, but let me clue you in on something. We have some information off of Weapon L's body that I think might help us when it comes to finding out who you are. So what I'm going to do right now is work on your terrible hand game because you have no hands at all. So I'm going to show you some of this judo and taekwondo that I specialize in, and once we start having these missions, you will actually be able to fight up close too. Because man, those hands are embarrassing. Like, cool, get me ready. All right, so we're gonna switch over to White Wolf's room. Mr. Lion, Mr. Gray Lion,
Yes, sir.
tell me about yourself.
Mm, somewhat of a prodigy in high school. I thought my best way to become a super soldier would be to start working with SHIELD, find an influential position or maybe a person that would allow me to receive training and have access to information and some resources that would allow me to improve on things others have done. I kind of like the idea. I look up to Captain America. Uh,
Oh,
I also look up to other humans that have become somewhat more. And I wanted something similar to the super soldier serum. Right? What I've seen, it can't really be replicated. But organizations like Hydra have been able to do similar things. So I wanted to kind of do the same, as well as a mixture of advanced human biology and technology to come together.
okay, a man with ambition.
Yeah, what can I
Question,
say?
question. What do you actually do for Shield?
By day, I'm a regular SHIELD agent. Nothing special. I've been on a few missions. I've had their basic, boring uh, fighting training, but I have time in off hours where I've been allowed to kind of play around in their wet work section, which this suit that I wear now was the result of.
Do I look like an idiot to you? You want me to believe that a regular Shield agent is just allowed to play in a room with dangerous, earth-threatening weapons and walk around calling himself Gray Lion? There has to be
Well,
more to it than that.
I did say that I have influential people that I have kind of ingratiated myself to. The head of my
Interesting.
the head of the department where I attained the technology from has taken a liking to me. He enjoys seeing the things that I've tinkered with and come up with. He kind of shields me from some of the more
He shields you from Shield. Hilarious. How loyal are you
I'm
to
not
this?
interested.
How loyal are you to this man and
Mm,
Shield?
I'm not going to threaten his position. Let's just say that.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. You have joined the Dogs of War. We work for Wakandan Embassy and we protect Wakanda at my discretion. T'Challa and I have not always seen eye to eye, so I think you and I have a similar situation with those we have an obligation to. As a dog of war, you will do the same, but I will have missions for you that aren't necessarily in T'Challa's interests as well. Here's a question for you. What do you plan on doing with the Gray Lion suit? Because I have a suit for you as well.
I can storage it with within the helicarrier that I report on. I can leave it. The technology in it, I've already made notes and I've kept to myself. I've shared some things, just enough to make my direct supervisor happy with the things I've come up with.
Well, you
So I
could
can
do that.
recreate the suit if I have the technology.
You could do that. Or you could work for Shield and Wakanda. You could keep the suit here. You do Shield business as Gray Lion, and you do Wakanda business as Dire Wolf. How does that sound?
I like.
I think this is going to be the beginning of a beautiful partnership.
Indeed. Thank you for choosing me, sir. I'm ready to have some fun.
Fun you shall have. Now we're going to switch out to the Iron Thief's room. Oh boy. Oh, oh my goodness. What have we done? Hey, Mike, where is Mike?
Yeah.
Wait, back with Mike Baxter.
All right, Mike.
Wait a minute. Iron Thief. Iron Thief ain't with me.
Iron
Yes,
Thief
he
has the
is.
symbiote, bruh. He stole the symbiote.
Oh, I thought Grant had that.
That's the name he's
That's
going
That's
Iron
for.
Iron
Thief.
Thief.
Oh, gotcha. Iron Thief.
Oh Lord.
I didn't catch his nickname.
Do you have dice?
Uh,
If
You
not,
need
I
me
can
to
roll for you.
roll for you.
yeah,
You need
you
somebody
have
to
to roll.
roll for you.
All
Yeah,
right, cool. It took you a long time to tell me if you had dice or not.
I did. I said no.
All right. Okay. So you go to your room, and the Iron Thief is sitting there, and he's saying, "Listen, how would you like to work this situation? Because
I mean,
this is uh this is a big job we're about to embark on. We got to fix this symbiote problem, but you're also going to be bonded with the symbiote. So I want to tell you right now, this symbiote cannot stand me. I was the one that caught him. He wants to kill me. So I even modified my suit to deal with him specifically. Now, here's what a lot of people don't know. Uh, the symbiotes that came from or that descended from Venom, they have different weaknesses than the symbiotes that came from Null, the King of Darkness. Those symbiotes are weak to lightning. Sound and fire do nothing to them. So I just need you to understand that what you're getting into.
lightning.
Also, exactly. Also, these symbiotes are nothing like Spider-Man symbiotes. You won't have webs. You may or may not be able to wall crawl, but you won't have a spider sense or anything like that. What you will have, we've witnessed this symbiote. He has extremely strong biting power, like even more strong than most. And you'll get the other normal things that symbiotes get. You'll be able to do a little bit of shape shifting. You'll obviously be a little bit more durable, and because you'll have be able to do shape shifting, you'll probably be able to do cool things with your powers that you might not have been able to do before. But there's one other thing that you get that we love. We witnessed this symbiote, and we think it's because he was bonded with a wolf for so long. He can do a type of sonic scream that will come
Oh,
in handy when we go against other types of symbiotes. So this is what's going to happen.
whoa.
I'm going to open this container. He's going to try to bond with you, and then he's probably going to try to kill me.
Well,
So I might have to blast you. I'm just letting you know before we get
well.
started.
Uh, one thing for sure that I've read about symbiotes is that when they bond with you, they tend to want to become one with you in agreement. And as long as we can have an agreement about something, there's a good chance that I may can prevent him from striking you so that you don't hurt us. Because, hey, you're giving it to me and this is something that I need.
All
So,
right. Listen, man. I don't know what book you read on symbiotes. I've been working with symbiotes and dealing with symbiotes for the past 6 months. And I'm telling you that regardless of that, whenever they bond with you, it's not a complete bond. And you have to be aligned in thought process for it to be a smooth transition. I'm telling you right now, he wants to kill me. So gear yourself up. You might have to get shot, but I'm not going to kill you. And we're going to continue to work at making this work as far as you getting a better bond with the symbiote. But in my opinion, the risk is worth the reward. So are you
Yeah,
ready? Get
yeah,
yourself
but you're not the
ready.
one. You're not the one bonding with them.
I am not, but I also
Yeah,
don't want to be the one who gets his head eaten. So I need you to get ready. Are you
actually,
ready?
I'm gonna go into nightshade form and take it on. That
No,
way,
no, no,
I
definitely
can't
not.
go into my nightshade form.
No, because then you'll be even stronger. No, that's not a good idea. I need to make sure that we walk out of this room with me having a head. Is that okay?
Fair enough.
All right,
Let's get this on.
get ready.
I'm ready.
So as you say this, you see the symbiote perk up. Mongrel is excited because he knows he's getting out. So he steps about 15 feet away from you and he opens the container. Container starts to slowly open, and Mongrel comes out and immediately springs at you. You see the burgundy like form going around your body. And as soon as it starts attaching to you, you start to feel different in the mind, like some type of uh, cloudy thought process. Like all the thoughts are no longer just yours.
Right. I see his. I see the abuse that he's taken in the past. I
Hey,
see
you are
the way
not the
you captured
narrator.
him.
You are not the narrator, sir. Calm down. So now I'm going to roll an ego check. I need to know what your ego ability score is.
About the numbers,
Your ego ability score, sir. Your Marvel ego ability score.
there was a 2.
Okay, your ego score is a 2.
Yeah.
Uh, what about the outside of combat bonus? What is it? It should be
Uh,
2. I'm just
I
gonna
think
assume.
it's a +1 +1 or something like that. Yeah.
No, that is not what I'm talking
Oh yeah, the other box. It's a 2.
about. All right. Know what +1 +1 is. This is not versus. All right, let me roll. Oh, thank goodness.
What you roll?
14 with your bonus is 16. So that is definitely enough. So uh you feel the symbiote trying to take over your mind. Like he's trying to control. You all guys are clearly not uh within the same accord. He wants to be bonded to you, but he also wants to kill Grant Ward. Like, he really, really wants to kill Grant. But you are able to control it, and now you stand before Grant Ward as Mongrel. You're going to shift to the next room.
Before you
So
leave,
now,
though,
go
before
ahead
you
and say what
leave,
you're going to say.
we're gonna bond. We're gonna eventually become night mongrels.
Okay, this is not, again, well, not the narrator. We got to get to that point. I'm going to explain to you exactly what's going to happen to you later or how it works. So we're going to move over to Long Shots room. Well, I'm sorry, fake Long Shots room. We're going to move over to No Gore's room. Main line. All right, so Gogor says to Mainline, if I were to give you the first option, what's the first thing you would like to do, knowing what you know now?
I'll go through the initiation ritual, complete the ritual, and see if it'll unlock my powers.
Okay, come sit on the floor next to me.
All right.
And so you all sit facing each other, uh, feet crossed or legs crossed. And he says, in order to infiltrate Krakoa, whenever we figure out how to do so, because you're a mutant, you don't necessarily have to do what I thought you would have to do. If you were somebody that didn't have the mutant gene, I would need you to pick a power or pick a person that has a shape-shifting power. But because you don't, that's not something that is a necessity. However, in order for you to take full advantage of the infiltration ritual, and that means to be able to uh, be whoever you want to be whenever you want to be it, you would have to pick somebody with shape-shifting powers. So what's going to happen is once this ritual is complete, you will have an alternate form. And that alternate form will be a reasonable facsimile of whoever you choose. I need you to know exactly who that person is before we proceed. Do you have any questions?
So I have to choose someone that has shape-shifting powers to some degree.
You don't. So the initiation ritual or the infiltration ritual will
Hmm.
grant you the ability to shift your body into whoever you choose. So
Any
if you
mutant I
choose,
choose or any
if it,
person
it
I
doesn't it
choose.
doesn't have to be a mutant. It doesn't even have to be someone with powers, although I would think that that would be something you would prefer. For example, if you were to choose Magneto, you would be a duplicate of Magneto in that form, and you would be able to duplicate his powers up to your potential. So, just to make it clear, you're not as strong as Magneto. So, whatever version of Magneto you would be weaker until you got to be as strong as he is.
Right. Okay.
There's no telepath on the planet that will be able to figure out just by using their powers that you are not Magneto.
Okay, I have an idea who I want to turn into.
Who? I need to know.
Nate Gray.
Nate Gray. Okay.
Okay.
So here's the problem. Nate Gray is not a native of this universe. Scroll powers are a reflection of the animalistic or the biological connections to this universe. You would need to pick someone from here. I hear Cable is basically our version of Nate Gray. Would that work?
Of course, if I was Cable, I wouldn't have the virus, right?
You would be a duplicate of whoever you choose. Exact replica.
Mm. Then, so if I did choose Cable, there's a chance that I could have that virus. That's what you're saying.
I would say it's a certainty you would have that virus.
But I could pick somebody that, hmm, that's interesting. That is interesting.
And if I would be perfectly clear with you, you are not as strong as Cable. It would be possible that you wouldn't even be able to control it as he does.
Right. It could just run wild and kill me. Hmm. Then let's do this. Well, I'd like to stay the same gender if that's possible.
Completely up to you. I mean, we
Hmm.
scrolls don't understand it, but it definitely sounds like most humans.
Then let's go for Vulcan.
Vulcan. Definitely think
I'm
big.
sticking with the Summers family.
Definitely think big. Okay, put your palms up to mine. And as you do so, I want you to picture whoever it is that you want to be. And I need you to hold that picture throughout the entire process. All right, we can go to the next room. So Ezekiel is prepping Kiri. He is clamping her down into like a gurney. She says, "Why is this necessary?" Yeah, I cannot lie to you, Kiri. This is going to be an unnerving process. The other isn't exactly gentle. I don't think there'll be any pain, but I don't know how much you like spiders, so this is just to keep you from hurting yourself. Okay? Do you trust me? Uh, I trust you. So Ezekiel says it probably would be better if you just close your eyes and just let this process take place. So Ezekiel says, "All right, do your thing." He starts to like choke up and convulse a little bit. And she's like, "What is going on?" And all of these spiders just start flowing out of his mouth and coming out of his body. He's, he's getting nervous. Like, what's happening? And then the spiders crawl up the gurney, up her body, and then they start going into her mouth and her nose and her ears, and she is screaming, but she's not in pain. She's just scared uh, until the process is over. And when it's done, she rips the restraints from herself. So whatever process this was, it worked. All right, so now we can move over into the last person, and that's Arcade and Weapon L. So, so L, what's your actual name, man? I don't really like to deal with these code names unless I have to. Uh, my name's Arcade though. What's your name?
Well, wait, you don't like dealing with you don't like dealing with code names, but your name is Arcade.
It's complicated, man.
Yeah, I figured. Well, I'm Curtis Kennedy. That's my real name.
Pretty cool name, Curtis. You got another
Thank you.
Curtis here, actually. Power Broker's name is Curtis Jackson.
Ah,
So listen, Curtis. Um,
mm-hmm.
let me tell you what I got for you. Throughout my career, I mean, I know you can look at me and say, "Hey, that's not the most formidable physical guy here," but yet I'm one of the best assassins in the world because I am able to use technology to my advantage, and I know you're able to do the same thing. I mean, you get nano nano machines in your body. But look at me. This suit I have on, full of nano machines. It's what's allowed me to expand my craft. So let me tell you what I got for you. He snaps his fingers, and a suit appears in front of you. This is what I'm going to do to
Oh,
you. We're going to get this suit retrofitted to your body, and it's going to give you similar abilities to mine. I don't know how familiar you are with my work, but generally I use heart-like
I've seen Hunger
constructs.
Games.
How dare you? How dare you? But that's funny. You're a
I'm
funny
joking.
guy. Cool. I like it. So uh, I use very sophisticated light shows and tricks, um, different heart-like constructs and illusions. So I know that you are an assassin. I know you like to get in and do some work. I know you're able to create like your own weapons and things of that nature. Well, now you'll be able to incorporate some different deceptions as well as different heart-like attacks into your uh, repertoire. How does that sound?
Sounds interesting.
Okay.
I definitely
And
think that could be used in tandem with what my expertise is.
can't hurt, right? I mean, I've been using it, and you're a bigger guy than I am, so I'm sure
All
we
right.
can make it work. I'm sure we can. You'll be able to come up with your own strategy. You seem to be pretty smart. You're pretty bold and reckless too, and I think that somebody like that can come up with all sorts of ways to use this power. I mean, this is. Let me tell you something. This basically makes you a walking murder world. See, that's the thing. Like before, I wasn't able to use this technology outside of murder world, but now I've created a suit that will allow you to use it outside in the field. You are going to be amazing, my friend. I can't wait to work with
Well, Mysterio, eat your heart out, then I guess, right?
you. You'll be way cooler than Mysterio.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
All right,
already, I'm already cool with that.
so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna meet. We're gonna meet a few weeks down the line, and we're gonna come up with how we're gonna do our first missions. We're gonna introduce you to well your surroundings, and we're going to figure out how everything is gonna work together. That cool?
Now, that works for me.
All right.
Yep, works for me.
So fast forward a few weeks, and all the benefactors and the
Time skip.
gifted, the gifted, which is what your team name is going to be. All the benefactors and all of the gifted are they all meet together, and Victoria starts to me. Okay, guys, it's time to start the meeting. Um, this is what we want to find out. Is there anybody that has any obligations that they need to check up on that is a time sensitive? Since you guys have been here for so long, recovering from your different surgeries and things of that nature, um, you might have some people in your family you need to go see, or you might have some people that you work for that you need to check in with. Let us know what you need to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
got
gotta
a
pay somebody a visit.
call to make if I can get service in here finally.
Well,
Yeah, I got
I
some people
mean,
to check in with.
Yep, Shields
okay,
calling.
so I get all that,
Amen.
but now that we're a team, all of this secrecy, we're not doing that anymore. So, uh, what we want to do is we want to make like if there's something that you need to take care of, we want to do it as a team. Like, uh, we want to be a part of it. For example, you said you need to check in with Shield, Gray
Yes,
Lion.
sir.
Okay, well, maybe we could find a way to tag along with that somehow or take advantage of it.
I
Is
can
there
send you
anybody that
secret communications of me mission location. Maybe you can get there before we do.
Okay, we'll talk about that. Um, all right, so we'll I guess we'll discuss that individually offline. But anybody have any family that they need to see?
I
I
do.
think
Okay, well
I
we'll work
think I'd
all of
be
that out.
checking with my dad.
Your dad, interesting.
Ah, ah, my head. Oh,
Uh, yeah, we'll
I'm
talk
an
about that.
orphan, so I don't have no family.
All right. Okay, so you guys will be known as the gifted. We're like a team. You're like a team within the team. So we are the benefactors. We have gifted you with new power, new connections. Uh, Obviously, it's a huge team, so we're kind of secretive. So we're not going to be just sending 20 people out into the field. Your main field leader will be Paladin. Sometimes there will be others depending on what the missions are. And we're also going to be going on some of your missions as well. Some things that you need to do. We're going to be helping you with that. And we're going to be splitting up and putting the best people for the best situations to make sure that we can be successful. What we need to do is because we're going to have different teams, is we need to have a vote on who the team captains are. So I'm going to ask you all to nominate someone of you to be a team captain, a field leader, just in case none of us are with you in the field. So we're going to start with you, Weapon Hill, and you cannot nominate yourself.
Come on.
okay. Yeah, I'll nominate Michael Baxter.
Are you being serious?
Really?
There's no way we can fail.
No way. He's right.
You got to
Is
trust
He's
this
in
right.
Jack.
is
Well,
this is
I
that
hope
symbiote controlling you now?
Hey,
I hope
a minute. Now wait a minute. Now wait a minute.
I hope all of you have more sense than Weapon L does.
Oh God.
All right, that's
There's,
one
there's,
vote.
there's nothing
That's
wrong with
one.
Michael with me being captain.
Did you just say your name in third person?
Did me.
Okay, that's one vote for Mike. What about you, Mike? Who do you vote for?
Come back to me.
Say that again.
Come back to me.
No, who do you vote for?
I don't know. I don't know who's worthy.
Well, make a guess.
Uh,
Decisive leader you voted for, Weapon L.
Yeah,
uh,
I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing.
all right. Uh, fine. Weapon L.
All right,
Didn't see that coming at all.
that was unpredictable.
See, we gotta keep it interesting.
Slate, who do you vote for?
I'm actually going to choose Gray Lion.
Interesting. Gray Line.
Isn't he the bumbler
Okay.
with the malfunctioning weapons?
No, he the one that you got wrapped up into getting whooped by the monkey, by the ape.
Gray Lion, who do you vote for?
This is a difficult choice.
It's
Everybody's
very easy.
growth.
It's so easy.
The person who's focused that I closest trust might be mainline.
Is that who you're voting for?
Hmm. Mm, yes, I will put my vote with mainline.
All right. Mainline, who do you vote for?
I put a vote in for Slate.
Okay. Slate, who do you vote for?
I already voted.
What?
He already voted. He voted
I
for
voted for
Gray
Gray
Line.
Line.
Oh, you voted for Gray Line. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So wait. Weapon L
Wait,
voted for Mike. Make sure I have this right. Weapon L voted for Mike. Mike voted for Weapon L. I'm sorry. Wait.
Yeah,
yeah,
no, that's right.
that's right.
That's right.
That's right.
For Weapon L, oh, I got it. Now I get it. Slate voted for Gray Line. Gray Line voted for Mainline. And Mainline voted for Slate. So we came full circle. Okay. Remedy, who would you vote for? So Remedy, who, by the way, looks way more confident and looks in much better shape and is not wearing the baggy hoodie she was before. She looks around. I vote for Keely.
For who?
Keely.
Yeah.
Okay, Keely, who do you vote for? Keely, I uh um I vote for Slate as well. She votes for Slate. That just leaves Henchman. Henchman, who do you vote for?
With the swing vote, huh?
Wait, did Nick
No, there are a
Holden
few
vote?
more. There are a few more votes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Nate
Did-
T.
Got Breaker.
Yeah, Nate.
Hmm. I'm thinking. Go with Gray Lion.
Okay. Gray Line.
Of course.
Dexter, who do you vote for? Dexter puts his hand up to his chin. You see, he looks like he's put on a little bit of muscle the last few weeks. Hmm. This is tough, actually. Um. Hmm. I don't know which one of you guys I trust to make decisions for me out in the field. Um. I think I will go with Mainline. Okay. So, Raker, who do you vote for? Um. I vote for. I vote for Dexter. I think he's really cool. Okay. Is that everybody? Yep, that's everybody. So,
No, if you got Nate.
we got Nick.
Nick, I
I don't
mean, Nick
know. I
Holden.
don't know. I don't know who Nate is.
Nick, I'm trying to. Okay, dude, you know what I'm talking about. Come on, Nick. Nick, all the same. Shoot.
Okay, Nick, who do you vote for?
There. Yeah, I'm gonna vote for I'm gonna vote for Slate.
Go for who?
Slate.
Okay, so here are the
Figures.
results.
Figures,
Slate will
figures,
be
figures.
Slate will be the primary field leader because Gray Lion received his second vote first. He will be the secondary field leader, and Main Line will be the third field leader. Um, everybody okay with that?
Works for me.
Cool.
Not really, but whatever.
I'm good.
All right, so
Uh,
um, let's get down to business. They start passing out these weird looking inserts. They look like shoe inserts, but they are, you can see that there's some type of weird technology that is inside it. And Victoria says these have been formulated to fit all of you, your specific sizes. Uh, these are your house slippers. They will allow you to communicate with MH, who we might as well reveal to you is that stands for Murder House. You will be able to access the non-restricted areas in the facility. Your communication will now work within the building, and you will now be able to open portals not only inside the house, but also to the various extraction points, which I'm sure you can tell by now will give you access all over the world. So this is how we can do our business and stay hidden. Any questions?
These portals open anywhere
That's not what I said.
on this plane of existence. On
Well,
this plane of existence.
you're smack dab in the middle of New York right now. I
Ew.
know it.
I knew
I
it
know it
smelled
may
funny
not.
in here.
I know it may not seem like that, but that's where you are. To the
Boo.
world, this is Club MH, the hottest club to open up in the last few months. Only you know it as Murder House, which is what it actually is. We can get into
All
that
right.
another time. We're just,
This feels kind of ominous.
I think I
Who
could
owns this
tell. I'll
club?
tell other people that
it's
Marcus Houston
arcade.
owns the club.
It's like,
Arcade owns the club.
how does that seem ominous?
Yeah,
The
doesn't seem
world,
strange that we're
Murder Island,
a place
Murder
called
House.
Murder House.
Uh,
Murder
have you
House.
never heard of me, sir? You're a shield agent and you don't know about me?
Yes, I know about you. I never thought I'd actually be visiting the Murder House or working
Oh,
from it,
well,
much less.
welcome to Murder House. Now, um, if everyone can put on those house slippers, uh,
And are pink bunnies.
and that we're now that we have figured out what we're gonna do, let's try to take over the world, guys.
All right.
Excellent.
And that's gonna end this week's episode. Um,
That's the same thing we try to do every night, right? Try to take over the
Try to
world.
take over the world.
try to take over the world.
That's it.
Same thing we do every night, Pinky.
So that's going to be into this episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. When we come back, we're going to be going to our first mission, whatever that's going to be. Thanks for watching.